Welcome back, guys. So this video, we look into a queue Redux flow in a single JS file. So before going into that particular file, so I want to give you an explanation about what really happened in this, development world 2015. After 2015, we all know that there's something called state management for single page application, which going to help us to manage a single page application in a you know where- in a good fashion. But before 2015, nobody knows about the state management. Nobody knows that it's going to work for front end. So there's a person called people called that two people called Dan Abramov and Andrew Clark came with the idea of state management. The idea is very simple. Uh, they are very good in design pattern. They came up with the idea of observer mixing observer pattern and state pattern. They developed this Redux flow, this state management library. It's a library. Even React is a library. Redux is a library. Okay. They develop this Redux flow. No, the concept is pretty simple. Suppose if you want to change a value of something, suppose I have an object called state and I have a name called my Prabha. Suppose I want to change the value to Sam, I can change like this. So this and I'm changing it directly, right? So this kind of operation should not be done. So they came up with the idea that this operation have to go in a flow. We should not immute a state. Suppose I'm muting, right? What I'm doing is called mutation. So right before it was name called Prabha, then after I mutated it to Sam. So they want to create a immutable layer. That immutable layer have to be mutated by only a unidirectional flow. So they came up with the idea of unidirectional flow. Some very simple. In the UI, I'm just clicking a plus button. Suppose I'm having if you see this particular code, so I'm going to the code. Uh, okay, if I click this plus button, so that's in the UI, I triggered an event. So in the UI, I triggered an action, addition action. Then it's gonna internally call the reducer. It's gonna update the store. Whenever there is the store updation happen, whoever listen to the store. So store there's an update in the store happens. So then that gonna be because of the updation, my state is get mutated, and whenever there is a mutation happened, uh, my UI lawyer gonna listen to it and it gonna change the UI itself. So that is the flow. So you see, right, reducer on the create store. That's it, guys. This is a Redux library. I actually copied this snippet from Dan video. What it is actually saying is uh, telling is us this is internally called as a state pattern for sure. So here the observer pattern is actually implemented. So so it's very simple. Whoever want to listen to suppose dispatch is simple. Dispatch is called as an action triggered. Suppose if I click plus, there's an action triggered now. So I'm giving the type to initiate and giving the type to add. So internally what it does, uh, if you see this function dispatch, right? Okay, internally it's gonna call the reducer with the state I'm gonna having with me. So now my state is, if you can see my console, so now my state is number equal to 5. So number equal to 5, go here. Sorry, go here and the action. So what's my action? My action is add action. So the action type will go here. In internally it's gonna call the reducer. So state number equal to 6 now. If I click add button, it gonna increase my number value to 1. So now it's 7. So that's how it works. So listeners is the people who's listening to the event. So listeners is the one who's listening to the state. Who's listening to the state. So whenever there's a state change happen, listener will be. So there comes the observer pattern. So these are the people these are the people who actually registered to the state change. So whenever there's a state change, they will be notified that, so that the UI will be notified that there's a state change happen. The same thing will be here. Uh, you can see, right? Uh, if I go down, I'll say state the subscribe. So they actually, they actually registered to state management, state change event. So whenever there's a state change happen, they'll be get notified. So the same thing will be the subscribe is like is registering. So whenever there's a state change happen, they will get this by using this get state function. They can get the state. So in that flow, whenever there's a state change happen, that will be rendered in the UI. So like this, that's how it works. So the concept is pretty simple. The same library you're seeing this one, right? The same library actually implemented in a very concise manner, and we are using in the state management. Now we have Vue also having a state management, Angular also having a state management, even React having state management. The concept is pretty cool, right? We should not change the value directly. That means we should not update the object directly. We have to go to the flow. So you will have to trigger it, have to tell that add event, and it will call the internally reducer function. It will goes to it will goes to the store function store, and the intent store will change the state. So whoever listen to the state gonna notify it. So whoever registered to the state gonna notify that the ST object change happen. So what are the advantage of it, right? So that it's a very unidirectional flow. Suppose a newbie comes into the play, or a new member comes in the development of the development cycle, they won't clumsy. There is no chance that they will you write a clumsy code, unmanageable code, because he also have to go to this route. So whoever comes to development, whoever whatever doing they're doing, they have to go to this particular route, and they have to develop an application. So that this is a unified gateway, like a unified control, unified standard, saying that this flow you have to go. Otherwise, if you're not using React, right, what you do, you're gonna write a jQuery code, you're gonna write a clumsy code, unmanageable code, then you have the product. But if you have a product that is unmanageable, what the use of it? So this unidirectional flow helps the developer community, even the entire organization, to go to a unified flow, manageable flow. So I'll show an example of my. So this is my app. So you may be seeing that I have a lot of things, but I have only single state for this. So I'll show where I store in the state. My initial state is very simple. My initial state having so okay. So this is my single state. Okay, and you were seeing it right. I have a single state now. The single state all the list of items, and the list of items all the title, image, and all the string. Suppose I want to change something to to this particular state, I have to go by the route of unidirectional flow, so that it is easily manageable. And this particular state will be stored in the in the lower level, so that even for whenever there is a route change happen in a single page application, you go to different route, you do whatever you do, the state will be stored in a single place, so that you can get the value from the state and you can show it in the UI. So it reduces the lots of API calls too. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. I try to explain for my understanding.